Greetings from Seoul, Korea. I have Tastes with me as Artosis. This is the GSL, and we are finally here at an epic moment in esports history. Slayers BoxeR against OGS NaDa.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's BoxeR versus NaDa.
It's going to be crazy.
It's, I mean, just the match itself is all the hype the match really needs, but let's hype it a little bit anyways.
Let's do that a little bit more, please.
These are two Bonjois. That means that they were both, at one point, the greatest StarCraft player in the entire world, unbeatable by anyone. That's what that means. They were both that. They were the first two Terrans. They both have won unbelievable amounts of matches, of titles. If you actually look at the accomplishment list, these two,
crazy.
There's like 5 people in esports that just have like 3 pages of it saying first, and these are 2 of them.
Yeah,
okay,
that's true.
And I mean, I can go on, Tasteless. How much should I? How
I don't
much
know.
should
I mean,
say?
It depends on whenever the Korean commentators want to wrap it up. But we could talk all day about these guys.
They've won so many Star Leagues. They're the most beloved pro gamers. And it looks like we're going to take a look at them.
I believe we're going to go to Slayers BoxeR first. There he is. Now, this guy, esports wouldn't be esports without this guy. He's the most influential professional gamer of all time.
Yes.
He was kind of the one that figured out the game. He played it StarCraft as if he was a Harlem Globetrotter, just completely running circles around his opponent. One of the originals, they call him the Emperor. He is Slayers BoxeR.
Yep. Hasn't lost a game yet in the GSL. Taking out Loner, the best Chinese player last round. A pure beast, a monster. He's played a lot of TVT so far. Happiness and Loner, both Terrans, both good ones. So we know already his Terran versus Terran is something sick.
No kidding.
Yeah. In StarCraft 1, little fun fact, Terran versus Terran was his second best matchup.
Yeah. It's true. He's really a nice guy, quite a celebrity down here in Korea. And I am really looking forward to seeing if he could take out his opponent, who is, of course, going to be OGS NaDa, which we will get a shot at momentarily.
Legend of legend. That is a really good way to put it.
It's true.
Like, there's legends. There's a lot of them, but these two are the king legends of all.
Yes. Now, here's OGS NaDa. This guy has quite a record of being the most stable pro gamer of all time.
Yeah.
He's always been in top 30 with, I think, the exception of one period where he lulled out. But honestly, he's just such a force to be reckoned with. NaDa, a very well-rounded player, always adapting to the metagame as it shifts.
Yeah, and the thing is, this guy, he has like 400 APM when he wants it. Perfect mechanics, perfect micro when he wants it.
Yeah.
His decision-making is second to none in the entire world at anything ever.
Yeah.
I cannot say enough about him. Go watch the Leenock match. You watch NaDa get angry and take off his jacket and actually show you how to play Terran vs. Zerg. You think that fake BoxeR has a good Terran vs. Zerg? You think that I'm MVP has good Terran vs. Zerg? Watch NaDa play. This guy will take 4 bases and then kill you.
Yeah,
He's
he is
absolutely a StarCraft 1 player playing StarCraft 2. Like it's StarCraft 1. It's a beautiful thing to see.
I was blown away by his TBT. The way he controlled the game on Metalopolis was really impressive.
And a little fun fact about NaDa, Terran vs. Terran was tied for being NaDa's best matchup along with Terran vs. Protoss and Terran vs. Zerg in StarCraft 1.
Very stable. No real weakness when it comes to somebody like NaDa. Kind of the opposite of Slayers BoxeR, who's a little bit more polarized. His strategy, his micro is impeccable. His macro is economic.
Yeah.
Control a little bit weaker. So it's going to be cool to see these two guys battle. They know their strengths. Well, BoxeR and NaDa both know BoxeR's strengths and weaknesses.
Yeah.
And, of course,
NaDa has no weaknesses.
Yeah, NaDa really doesn't even have very many weaknesses. Let's take a look at the map lineup now. We got, for our first map, Metalopolis. For our map number 2, the second map, Zelnaga Caverns. The third map, Shakuras Plateau. The fourth map, Delta Quadrant. And finally, the fifth map, if we get that far, Lost Temple.
All right, well, you notice that the map Luna from StarCraft 1 isn't here. That means all these maps are good for NaDa, as Luna was created by masterminds to try to make NaDa lose a game. Little StarCraft legend for you.
It's true. They had to break NaDa.
That's right. That's why the only losing replays of NaDa you'll ever find are on Luna. Anyways,
I remember actually interviewing NaDa a long time ago and asked him if he thought that map was imbalanced, and he goes, no, it's perfectly fine. And I was like, what?
Well, That is the way a lot of Korean pros do act. NaDa wins like 90% on every map anyway, so everything's balanced for him, man. You'd put that guy on a Warcraft 3 map and he'd somehow win it with like 40 hit point Marines.
So many fans here. A lot of signs being made. Show their support for their favorite player. And I have to say, I think NaDa might be a slight favorite here.
I agree.
Just slightly.
They're both huge
40,
legends
50.
and
40-60, excuse me.
40-50. I'm
40-50
like 10% of Tasteless winning.
10% undecided.
Yeah.
No, I think NaDa does have a slight advantage.
NaDa is a more solid player. BoxeR is a more flair-based player. You know, he does extravagant stuff. His style is less solid. So NaDa is just like this guy that is going to be so hard to kill. BoxeR has to come up with something super special to take him out. So,
yeah.
But BoxeR's done it before. You can never, ever, ever, ever count him out. People called him as being done in pro game, washed up, gone like 4 times, and every time he's like, no, and then he goes and he like top 4s in an OSL or something.
Yeah.
Like that's just the way BoxeR rolls, you know.
He's a beast.
He's a beast.
And of course, these guys are also both very close friends. They know each other really well. They're backstage joking around and stuff. So no animosity between these two, but a lot of money and notoriety is on the line. So one of these nerds is going to have to die before this best of 5 is done.
That's right. Who will win?
Who will win?
I don't know.
I don't know.
Leave questions on the GomTV.net forums, though, and whoever wins, I'm going to interview him. We'll ask him some questions, and if I use yours, I'll shout out your name. But it is time, Tasteless.
Let's get ready. Slayers BoxeR versus NaDa. Esports history is about to be made. It has begun. In the red, they call him the Emperor. One of the most, if not the most influential esports player of all time.
New one, Slayers BoxeR.
Almost didn't get that out. In the blue, we'll hold that thought. Here's a shot. Whoa, see, I'm raising my hands doing that. In the blue, we have easily the most stable pro gamer of all time, a legend.
Junior, OGS NaDa.
So many people
love
here
these
today.
guys.
Oh, yeah.
Man, everyone here loves these guys, including me and Tasteless.
We do. We have man crushes on these guys.
Absolutely. It's good
Nice
picture.
artwork, yeah.
Yeah.
Now, we do have cross spots here. They're very far apart. So they should be able to both get an expansion up pretty easily. Containing the other guy, not as easy to do. But you never know with players like this.
Yep. I love these spots because it's going to force a very interesting game. It could definitely go macro because it's so far away. But BoxeR, he might have something pretty crazy planned. I have a feeling we're going to see BoxeR take an expansion, though, and do something wild off of 2 base. NaDa, on the other hand, I think he'll be taking his 3rd base as that happens.
Yeah.
That's my prediction.
Now, in my opinion, if BoxeR is closer to NaDa, BoxeR has a slight advantage because his micro is so good. His rushes are so good. If he's farther away, I think it's going to be in NaDa's favor, and that's what we have in this case, a map where NaDa is quite far away from his opponent.
That's
NaDa
right.
can't really be touched or caught up in some kind of crazy rush stuff.
Now, NaDa already looking like he's going to expand. He's only got 1 barracks, no gas. That's obviously an expansion build. Just going to make a few Marines and go right into a macro mode. Probably be Bionic base, just Marines and Marauders, get Stim, get concussive shells, and that's going to get his macro a huge jump start on Slayer's BoxeR. So if BoxeR was planning for an early attack, its cross-map positions is not going to be something he wants to do, and I think he's going to have to just suck it up and expand once he scouts what NaDa's doing.
Now, he hasn't scouted him just yet. Something strange is going on here because he scouted the other locations. I wonder if he's going to... He did a strange maneuver banking up north. He doesn't see anything there, so is he going to hide a structure?
I don't think so. Just scouting over there in a weird scout pattern.
Very peculiar scouting pattern.
Factory going up. NaDa probably going to go ahead and make gas pretty quickly here. Is making that 2nd barracks. Factory.
2nd barracks over here. Yep, sorry. Now, he does not actually have vision of this expansion yet. He has
Yeah.
no idea that's actually there.
Zero idea. But at the same time, look at that. He has his second gas. So we're definitely going to see Starport added on. Unless he's actually going to go Siege Tanks to Siege mode. But yeah, there it is. Most likely going to see a Banshee Rush. Because he's not getting any add-ons right now.
Banshees are wildly popular in Terran versus Terran.
But we may, in fact, see Viking Tank as well. It's
Oh.
very hard to tell from these add-ons because he can just switch everything around if he likes.
A lot of barracks down here. This is quite good if you do an early expansion build.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
Get a ton of Marines and Marauders. Now he's going to try to slip by. Is he going to see the expansion?
I believe he is. No!
Now, just to
BoxeR,
confirm
no
that,
idea.
does not know that this expo's here.
Yeah, this is actually great by NaDa. He is denied so much information. And yeah, it looks like it will, in fact, be Banshee. Will he get Cloak? The problem is there's 2 orbital commands, so going to be plenty of scans for NaDa.
Now what you can do with Banshees is you can fly around, shoot the SCVs, and then when you get scanned, you run for it.
Yeah.
That means they don't get to use a mule. You do that 2 or 3 times, and you can catch up quite easily.
Notice he is getting Cloak.
Right here.
Yep. And BoxeR gonna expand behind the Banshee, it looks like. All right, excellent. Notice that command center going up in the mini-map. And just a ton of units for NaDa. Now, BoxeR's gonna have to do severe damage with these Banshees, really keep NaDa in his base, because NaDa has so many units right now, he can literally just attack, move. And it's gonna be so hard for BoxeR to stop with so few units. Now, the Banshee is coming across. It's time for him to find out exactly what's going on. He's going to see so many barracks, I think he's going to know instantly and be like, oh, noes. And there are the Marines. Nice kiting. A little bit of a miskite there, but BoxeR. Oh, my. Only 1 kill so far.
Yeah, he did pull all the Marines around. No, he did not, actually.
Not always has more Marines than he thinks he's going to have.
He's gonna
And
lose it.
oh, my God.
Oh, my God. Oh.
And NaDa kills that first Banshee. That was a crucial, critical Banshee. And there is another one coming across, but losing that first one doing almost no damage, NaDa has to feel like a king right now, which of course he is because he's NaDa. But seriously, he's so far ahead.
Here's where he's going to have to force a scan and try to escape. Or you can even force a stim. Probably not the best place to put an engineering bay, by the way.
Yeah.
Because of that reason. Now, he only has 22 energy. That's not a lot of energy. You lose those energy points in a little bit under a second to reach that energy point. And he scans, escapes, but more Marines. He should be out of sight. And he does use a second one.
Oh! And again, no damage except for making him use a scan. Kill maybe an SCV and a Marine or something.
Now look at the difference in supply.
Yeah.
It's 50 to 64.
Yeah, and that's actually bigger than what it sounds like. If you look at that army, oh my God, that's a huge
Well,
army.
this is actually just mid-game.
Yeah.
This is the center of mid-game right now.
Absolutely. They both got their expansions up. And if Slayer's BoxeR doesn't have like 3 bunkers, I think he may just die to this.
Note how heavy the Marine count is in here. If he does have siege mode up.
Right now, BoxeR not even getting siege mode.
Yeah, I think he could just get run over.
He is making a bunker, but it's far too little, far too late.
Scan.
And NaDa gonna roll him over.
Here we go,
There he
stim.
goes, stimming in. BoxeR realizes he's in trouble. The SCVs come out, but will it be enough? These Marines have 6 DPS. There go the Marauders, killing the siege tank, and down goes BoxeR's economy. Out come more SCVs. He may end up killing this army, but at what cost?
His control is really good here, both of them. But he's losing too many SCVs. These SCVs and mules aren't mining too, by the way.
That's right. Now we have to take a look at the unit counts. It is 31 SCVs for NaDa, 22 for BoxeR.
Wow.
Oh, I hear a Banshee, though. That is... He did that during that because he's BoxeR and he can multitask like a crazy man.
He can multitask better than I can as an observer, apparently.
He actually killed so many SCVs with it that we didn't notice because he was attacking while NaDa was microing this battle.
But we do know, however, that
it's so
the SCV
close
count
in
is
SCV
evening
count.
up now, yeah.
BoxeR, how do you do it? It's actually, we're observing with 2 computers and we don't even catch it. NaDa doesn't catch it either, or he would have cleaned it up much faster. That is BoxeR for you. That is how he does things. Okay, you have a lot more units. That's fine. I have one that I can sneak in there. And BoxeR suddenly, you know, he has a lot more tech than NaDa. The supplies still in NaDa's favor, but SCV-wise, BoxeR doing completely fine.
Note these tanks are in siege mode now. That's going to shred up the Marines.
Yeah, NaDa's not going to be able to do anything with that. You know, this is tempo-based play that NaDa's showing us. He's going to have to tech up now.
He's going to have to expand, too.
Yeah, he's lost all his tempo here, basically.
He does have control of the NaDa watchtowers.
And NaDa, he is going 2 factory siege tanks at this point, as well as adding on that starport. So definitely realizes what's going on, knows that he has to switch up his units. Can't sit forever on Marine Marauder.
Now, we got to point out that he does have map control here. NaDa does. Even shooting down that Marine.
And he does have combat shields. Which is how he wins that battle.
Yeah. Won't win this one, however.
No, probably not.
Oh. But this one
But here comes the NaDa Marine. Tit for tat, Tasteless. Tit for tat.
continue to maintain map dominance.
And BoxeR Marines all over the place.
BoxeR needs to get an idea of what's going on. I like how he's transitioning into mass amount of tanks.
Yeah, it's a great transition, and it's going to be pretty scary, actually. In fact, I think he's going to go Vikings as well. Could be Medevacs, though.
He's moving out now.
Oh, that is a lot of siege tanks. Oh, NaDa. This is how quick these players actually are. It's quite scary. I have to show you guys the APM of NaDa right now. This is StarCraft 2 APM, so it's actually 40% higher than that, if you understand what APM is for other games.
APM is, of course, actions per minute.
Yeah.
So they're literally playing that fast.
His actual APM right now is over 400.
Now, this is going to be an awkward situation because I don't believe they're both aware. Well, now they are. At least one is about to be attacked. He's like, wait a minute, I got to go back.
Yeah, NaDa actually way out of position. BoxeR, though, it looks like NaDa will get back in time. If he had cut right towards the factories, he may have been able to siege up in a great spot. But going to go around and get a high ground position instead. Dude, I love this game. I cannot believe how evenly matched these two players are so far.
BoxeR should have a slight advantage being on the high ground here. Sieging up first, though, is NaDa. Nice shot. And BoxeR actually picking up those units that would have been hit in a drop ship, medevac, excuse me. And moving it back now. Here we go. He's using the medevac as a spotter.
Very nice. BoxeR should have been using his as a spotter as well. Losing some siege tanks here. He's out in no man's land with these units. Really aren't doing anything aside from denying a third base to NaDa. But he is reinforcing with a ton of units.
And he's going to try to break him right now. He saw he was unsieging. He's going to gain some ground over here. He might have to siege up these tanks down here.
Oh my, this is a scary force of NaDa. BoxeR is sieging up. He has a ton of units of his own. But look at this, the siege tanks of BoxeR just pummeling the Marines. But there you go, NaDa siege tanks. Now, something really interesting. Let's take a look at this unit count real quick. We have 36 SCVs for BoxeR, 55 for NaDa. NaDa clearly preparing to take a third base right now by overproducing those SCVs. Yeah.
Taking this base on this map, the gold base, is quite difficult in Terran versus Terran because you can position siege tanks in the opposing corner and hit the SCVs that are mining minerals. So we tend to see that location neglected on this matchup.
It is so wide open up there. But I really expect NaDa to start a command center any second now. Yeah, in fact, he already has.
Up here.
Yeah, there it is. In fact, it's almost done. NaDa, like, he always knows what to do.
And actually, Slayer's BoxeR's command center also almost done.
All right, now BoxeR's sieging up in position here.
Uh-oh, he can hit the location where the tanks are over here.
Oh, look at this. He's going to siege up into the main base of BoxeR. And BoxeR is going to be in a lot of trouble, but sieges a tank behind there. He's going to have to move these buildings on the edge, though. Oh, look at that, a siege tank going down. BoxeR coming in with some siege tanks in his dropship. Oh, and NaDa takes out that siege tank. Beautiful move, sieging on the high ground as well. And just action from all sides here. Amazing play by Slayer's BoxeR, dropping his Marines, dropping his Marauders on top of those NaDa siege tanks, minimalizing the damage that could have been just so deadly.
These guys are both in range of each other. Nobody's scanned yet. And BoxeR's the first to scan, takes that tank out.
This
of course,
is
these
just
structures
wild.
have been taken out. Meanwhile, another attack down here, southbound. At the same time, Slayer's Box are going to counterattack towards the north. No, actually reversing that. Remaining passive, NaDa aggressively taking the gold base.
Yeah,
as we said, that's kind of rare.
Yeah, you know, he's got this tempo advantage right now. He's doing a lot of attacking, going up to BoxeR's National, but at the same time, BoxeR going to go over, maybe hit his gold base, and it looks like NaDa's going to have to cancel that pretty quickly. But here we go. BoxeR nothing at home right now, and NaDa looks like he is going to pull ahead a little bit, but BoxeR, he has plans of his own. Oh, look at this little marine attack. Kills the siege tank. The SCV's trying to get up, but no, he's got great positioning. BoxeR has one force left. He has to do something with it because NaDa's attack on BoxeR's main is not something he can stop.
And that something is this. He's going to siege up and try to hit the structures over here, the barracks.
Oh no, do we not have a medevac dropship over there for BoxeR?
Nobody scans. He has vision now.
Still, it looks like he just cannot come back from here. NaDa is in his main base, killing his stuff. And BoxeR trying to move around with those siege tanks, has to find some sort of new position. And he's going to attack into the front of NaDa right now, taking out a few siege tanks, but taking a lot of damage in the meantime. Looks like he may get a very nice position, but still, he's not in NaDa's base. He's not stopping all his production facilities. Over time, NaDa can whittle him down, especially with these medevac dropships.
Absolutely. A ton of tanks with medevac dropships to take out or drop on top of the siege tanks. That's going to be huge. Note the production facilities of Slayer's Box have been shut down. But Slayer's Boxer is better doing a lot with a little, much better than NaDa in that case.
Yes. And we'll have to see. I'll have to do a whole lot with a whole little.
Planetary Fortress here, but these Marines are in range of the SCVs over here. That's going to shut down mining over there. The main essentially mined out.
That's right. It's getting quite close here. The only thing that's really on NaDa's side here, he has his production facilities. He's floating some command centers to other locations that BoxeR can't really attack right now, and he's got medevac dropships. That is the most important part. He can drop on siege tanks. It's going to be really hard for NaDa to actually spot and do anything.
Looks like he may ferry all these units over to this location, reclaim a main. He may even end up lifting the barracks as well.
Right now, NaDa, I mean, they're both just showing their talents. BoxeR doing so much with so little. NaDa macroing like crazy.
One Banshee on the way.
Oh my.
I think he's going to try to do some surprising stuff with the Banshee. Remember, the Terran may be pressured into, actually, if this gets killed, he's not going to have any scans, really, with the exception of this. And with no Orbital and no Raven, one Cloak Banshee can actually do so much damage.
Yeah, two can do even more. This Marine's walking away.
Command Center gone. He needs to save this. He needs to save this.
And he is.
If he doesn't repair this. Yes, he is now repairing this.
Just astounding play by both players, really showing off their skill sets. And it looks like all the production facilities for everyone is going to be gone. And, you know, I really look like NaDa's going to win. The supplies were even more different than this. Right now they're 35 against 109 in NaDa's favor. But the Banshee could turn the tide.
One Banshee could change everything here. If he could take out these SCVs, this location is right now controlled by BoxeR, Slayer's BoxeR. He's going to move out.
You know, the thing
does he have any scans
he
left?
does. He's saving his scans. NaDa is preparing for every eventuality that could possibly occur. And here one goes after BoxeR's siege tanks. But BoxeR has his own Banshee as well.
And we got to see if this Banshee can get any kills. Right now it looks like it's going to be in favor for NaDa.
Going after this mule. He's going to die anyways.
Those mules have short lives anyways, yeah.
You know, BoxeR right now, he's at 13 supply. Really is not looking good for him. NaDa sells a lot of minerals, so he can even make turrets at this point. And
NaDa's got this now. This is over.
And as BoxeR loses, we're going to see a GG. Wow. That game was worthy of BoxeR versus NaDa.
That's what you get when you get players of this caliber duking it out so evenly matched.
I have goosebumps all over my body, Faces. I'm not afraid to admit it. I am a nerd, and I love NaDa versus
That was
BoxeR.
so cool, man. That was awesome. Both of them just taking each other out. NaDa just doing a little bit of a better job. Made the right decision to get into the main.
You know, I just love that we're seeing their styles from StarCraft 1 come right through.
Yeah.
NaDa fast expands, gets a ridiculous amount of units, does this amazing attack that you're like, okay, he's dead. And then you go over and notice at the same time NaDa does that there is a Banshee killing all his SCVs. So suddenly it's a game, and BoxeR, despite having like a third the supply at the end, still made a game out of it. Oh my God.
It was so unbelievable. What a treat it is to cast these games. I don't even want to really talk about the game. I want to start the next one.
I know. I just want to start.
I'm having so much fun casting this right now.
Go.
Go. Just type it on my keyboard. Wow. Damn, that was so impressive. You know, one thing about Metalopolis is you can get in situations in Terran vs. Terran where you are actually attacking each other at the same time, and then you're both isolated from defending your base. You got to make do with whatever you can,
and
whatever you have there.
You can't really turn around. There's a lot of zoning going on in Terran vs. Terran because once he sieges up, you can't attack into that.
Yeah.
So that will play a lot of roles, major roles in here.
The countdown has started. Let's get ready.